Field's a very special place at Glastonbury Festival, part of a movement that happened where Glastonbury brought in certain groups, outsiders in the UK. In the late 60s, I think there was a movement for people to get back to the earth, part of the sort of hippie movement, but quite distinct in this country. People moving to Wales and living in traditional structures.
The Tipi field sort of evolved out of the Tipi circle, which, you know, there'd always been tipis at Glastonbury Festival from its origins in the early 70s. And then a group of people started to live at a place in Wales that got in Tally, that got known as Tipi Valley. It was mainly those Tipi Valley people that would come to the festival and form a big circle of tipis. They'd have sweat lodges, they'd have sacred music, they'd have a totem pole, and it was a showcase for an alternative way of living.
The Tipi Field at Glastonbury Festival in its sort of modern form has been around for about 20 years. I think Tara started organising this field and bringing together lots of different tribes, not just the sort of old, crusty, Tipi live-in people, but also a younger generation who'd maybe travelled in India, more sort of idealistic and loved up, modern hippies, a lot of musicians and creatives.
Tipi field represents is more important than ever. Almost as a reaction to the technological world we're in, it's like alongside the growth in forest schools and back to nature, people want to be able to connect with their roots. People want to learn from more traditional peoples when we're living in this world that's almost, most traditions are out the window. It's like things are getting passed down from generations to generation, but our children are being brought up into a world that we don't understand ourselves. We didn't have Wi-Fi when we were children. We're really needing to cling on to some really deep roots of ancient traditions to hold us through this rapidly changing world.
I think, you know, for thousands of years we've gathered in the Summerlands to come together. Each year there's a closer and a stronger connection between everybody, which is wonderful for us, but it's also wonderful for the public because they come into something and there's a safety and a holding and something very natural that is not so much an antidote, but it's just an alternative to what's going on down at the pyramid stage, down in the markets, you know, that's so crazy and so chaotic somehow, that there's something very grounded and natural and safe about the Tipi field.
The fire in this field, being round a fire, is something really important. A sense of doing something that humans have done the whole time they've been on this planet, where we sit, share stories, maybe music, and when the fire comes up, we see each other's faces across the circle. There's something very primeval and very magic.
I always imagine a bunch of people sitting around a fire, realising that they could do with a little bit of protection from the elements, from the wind, from the rain, and having the fantastic idea to put some sticks together and wrap some hides around the sticks to give them some protection from the elements. So for me, the fire came first. It's all about the fire, and the heart of the Tipi field is the fire, and the heart of each Tipi is their fire.
The Tipi field is part of the heart. It's the original soul of Glastonbury. You can always find something of value here. You can find knowledge, you can find art, you can find friendship and music. This, to me, over the years, is what festivals were about, and it's wonderful to see the Tipi field still at Glastonbury and still fulfilling that promise.